From time to time, many of us ask the question, am I good enough? The amount that we like and value ourselves as a person is called self-esteem. The things that affect self-esteem are different for everyone, but negative experiences create low self-esteem and positive experiences create healthy self-esteem. Self-esteem ranges on a continuum from low to high. When we have healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positively about ourselves and about life in general. We feel that we deserve the things that come to us and hold a balanced view of our strengths and weaknesses. When our self-esteem is low, we may be too self-critical and see ourselves in a negative light. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, sadness, and worthlessness. You may feel that you don't deserve happiness or avoid challenges altogether due to a fear of failure. Too much self-esteem can lead to a sense of entitlement and arrogance. You may overlook your flaws and be too critical of others. Researchers have found that self-esteem changes as we go through life. In this video, we'll look at the average trajectory of self-esteem across the lifespan. The foundations for healthy self-esteem are laid in infancy, through warm and responsive interactions that tell the baby that it's safe, loved, and accepted. As babies become toddlers, their self-esteem grows as they learn more about themselves, what they can do, and receive positive attention for this from their parents. In general, children start off with high self-esteem, possibly because they have an unrealistically positive self-image. As they become older, they start to compare themselves with others, asking whether they're the biggest, fastest, or best at what they're doing. As they receive more realistic feedback from parents, teachers, and other children, they begin to understand the difference between their real and ideal self, which can cause a decrease in their self-esteem. Self-esteem in childhood is relatively changeable and more easily affected by positive or negative experiences than at later ages. In adolescence, self-esteem drops further. Researchers think that this is partly because of puberty and changes in body image. Alongside this, young people are transitioning to high school, which is both socially and academically more challenging. The adolescent brain is also more capable of self-reflection, which includes noticing its failings and missed opportunities. Self-esteem becomes more stable during adolescence, so it's important to increase it before it gets more difficult to change later on. After a decrease in adolescence, self-esteem gradually rises throughout adulthood, peaking around the late 60s. Researchers speculate that this is due to a range of factors, including career progression, the mastery of skills, and starting a family. There is less research on self-esteem in old age, but the few studies in this cohort suggest that self-esteem begins to decline around age 70. During old age, important life events and changes take place, including becoming or not becoming a grandparent, health problems, retirement, and the loss of family and friends. At the very tail end of our lives, individuals begin to review their lifelong achievements and experiences, including any regrets about the choices they've made. This may increase self-esteem for some and decrease it for others. In general, self-esteem in men and women follows the same trajectory, but there are some interesting differences. Beginning in adolescence, boys tend to have higher self-esteem than girls. Researchers aren't sure of all the reasons why there's a gender difference, although the most likely reasons are to do with differences in gender roles, as well as body image ideals. This gap continues throughout adulthood, but reduces or disappears completely by old age. Not all researchers agree on the way self-esteem develops across the lifespan. In 2018, scientists looked at over 300 studies on self-esteem, and the results were more positive than expected, with most people experiencing positive changes in self-esteem from childhood to old age. Only in very old age did self-esteem show the same sharp decline. What's clear is that adolescence is a crucial time to increase self-esteem and to help improve mental health and well-being, as it will become more difficult to change later. Similarly, at the tail end of life, elderly people may benefit from extra support and help to view themselves in a positive light. Here are some things you can do to increase self-esteem. Firstly, it's important to be kind to yourself. Challenge unhelpful thoughts and say positive things to yourself. Sometimes doing this in front of a mirror can help. Avoid comparing yourselves to others, for example, by spending less time on social media, which rarely gives a true picture of other people's lives. Recognise your positives. Try writing a list of all the things you like about yourself, including your strengths, things that you do to help others, your accomplishments, even if you think they're small. Accept compliments and write these down to look at when you're feeling down or doubting yourself. Look after yourself, try to get enough sleep. Getting little or too much sleep can have a negative effect on how you feel. Eat healthily and avoid recreational drugs and alcohol. Practice mindfulness and meditation and try to do some physical activity. Build a support network. Try talking to someone you trust about how you're feeling, and where possible, spend time with people who make you feel good about yourself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so I can make more content like this in the future.